Sharon Crowley is at City Hall tonight with a look at what came out of this meeting with Mayor Adams today. Sharon?
Yeah, Lori, the mayor just finished up a press conference here to talk about what he talked about with President Biden while he was here. And during that news conference, he said that reducing crime in this city is his #1 priority.
As I rode with him in the presidential limousine, I was able to have a good conversation and talk about more money for the city.
Mayor Eric Adams smiling at City Hall after hosting President Joe Biden in New York City to discuss the serious topic of ways to reduce gun violence.
The president is here because he knows what the American people want: justice, safety, and prosperity, and they deserve every bit of it.
The president visiting one day after the funeral of Detective Wilbert Mora. He and his partner, Detective Jason Rivera, were shot to death during an ambush in East Harlem.
It's enough. Enough is enough, because we know we can do things about this.
New York, like many large cities around the country, is dealing with an uptick in violent crime.
The answer is not to defund the police. It's to give you the tools, the training, the funding to be partners, to be protectors, and community needs you.
The Biden administration says the Department of Justice will be prioritizing the prosecution of gun violence. It includes a crackdown on illegal gun traffickers and sellers and targeting so-called ghost guns. Those are handmade firearms that lack serial numbers, making them difficult to trace. The panel also wants to plug up the so-called iron pipeline, criminals in southern states transporting guns along I-95, delivering them to New York.
My job is to protect those borders, because 80% of guns in this state are coming from other states illegally. It's going to stop right now.
So Mayor Adams also says part of his strategy to reduce crime includes intervention and prevention. To that end, he invited President Biden to PS 111 in Queens to show him and have him meet with some community activists who have programs that are doing just that. The mayor is hoping Washington will provide some federal fundings for some of those programs as well. For now, I'm live at City Hall. I'll send it back to you in the studio.
All right, Sharon, thank you.